Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
Welcome again to Smash Attack. I don't remember the number. I never fucking do. But
but
welcome again.
but it's there. God damn it.
It is. So we've got a couple of things to go over. First, the screenshots. Let's go over those.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up on mine.
God
Okay.
damn it.
So
You
you've
were
got.
not ready? Are you serious?
Well, no, I'm watching your feed. Anyway, so first screenshot, we've got what looks like Luigi returning fire with the Saw Blade on Mega Man.
Yep.
The comment that Sakurai made on this one is that anyone can do this.
Yeah.
So this makes me believe that the saw blade is going to be a physical item, much like the gyro for Rob.
Okay.
So I think it's just going to be there on the stage, and you can grab it and toss it back.
So as soon as they throw it, it bounces off of you, and then it'll like hit the ground. You can just pick it up and throw it.
Most likely, that's just my thought.
Mm-hmm.
But that's cool. Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the Animal Crossing stage. Other than that, nothing to note. So the second screenshot, they said that this was from Metroid Other M. It looks like a space station. I never played Other M,
Neither have I.
but he had a comment saying one of Samus's old nemesis may show up. So if you look on the stage, the platform itself, there's a very distinct shadow. Looks to me like Ridley's about to land.
That's like in between Bowser and the blast there.
Yeah, it's right on the center there because there's nothing above it that would produce that kind of a shadow. I think Ridley's going to show up on this stage and wreck house.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
The,
I obviously there would be no doubt that Ridley would show up.
yeah.
But it's good that they actually have Ridley show up more than just as a boss fight in the single player.
Yeah, I think adding them as an element to the stage, I think that's the best way you can do that because Ridley's too physically large to be a combatant.
Hmm.
But that was an interesting screenshot.
Mm-hmm.
3DS, next screenshot, you just see Wii Fit trainer stretching and villager kind of just standing there. I
Well, Sakurai said that he never really had very many screenshots of them, so he kind of announced that they're obviously going to be in 3DS. But it's kind of like announcing a character that's going to be in 3DS is kind of, I guess, redundant because he already said every single character in both versions are going to be in both 3DS and Wii U. So
right.
saying like, "Hey, here's an announcement. These characters are in 3DS," is like, okay, what else is it? You got anything else new? Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, half of the screenshots this week seemed like kind of like throwaway. Like, hey, because we're doing it, here's a screenshot.
Yeah.
And more to that note, we've got the fourth screenshot would be the arena, what looks like the boxing ring
Mm-hmm.
with Pit. Looks like he's actually throwing his blade away. It's out of his hand, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
But looks like Wii Fit Trainer's trying to attack a soccer ball mid-air, so it looks like she's heading the ball
Well,
in the arena mode.
it said in Sakurai's notes that it's actually one of her moves, so it could be like her side attack.
Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah, because it would only make sense because I would think she would use like Wii Fit items as part of her attacks, I guess.
Yeah, and heading the soccer ball was one of the best ones. So I'm wondering if that is an attack, if she can head like the soccer cleats and shit, and that would cause a different attack. Like with Peach pulling up turnips, she'll randomly pull up other things.
Mm.
So I don't know. That's interesting that that's an attack, and I like that.
Yeah. And then here's Fridays.
Fridays, the more I see about this, so for those of you who don't have eyeballs and are only listening, It's a screenshot of a red and a yellow plane flying toward Woohoo Island, which was in the background of the other screenshots that we had seen of the confirmed Pilot Wings stage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe this to be because the red plane was featured prominently in those other screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is the same level, and you're going to be fighting from plane to plane as they fly around both the original Pilot Wings airport and Woohoo Island.
Right.
And you know me, I love my moving stages where shit's going on in the background. This
Yeah.
one's going to be gorgeous.
Now, I almost want to believe that's Delfino Plaza that's down there, but
It is,
I'm obviously wrong. I kind of wish that would be kind of cool if it was just like if it just flew around the Nintendo universe or something like that, and they went to like different areas, like that
that would
involve
be
like
neat.
each franchise or something like that.
That would be neat, like a Nintendo tour where you went through a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and then fucking space
Interesting.
for Metroid, because why not?
Well, I believe Metroid, Star Fox, and F-Zero could all logically exist in the same universe
Mm-hmm.
at more or less the same time.
Yeah, it's possible, I
Well,
guess.
maybe not Star Fox, but Samus and Captain Falcon could live in the same world.
Yeah.
There's no reason that couldn't be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that would be a very interesting type of map. So that's it for the screenshots this week. Now, there was a bit of news before we get to our daily topic that has been confirmed that in the 3DS version, you can take the outlines for the characters and make them as prominent or as subdued, even remove them completely. It's an option.
Oh, okay.
So while I probably will not turn it off because I love the look of that outline,
Mm-hmm.
it's awesome that that's an option
Right.
for people who really don't like the line. Then again, I don't know of a single person who doesn't like the line. So, but that is an option.
Right.
Now, today's topic, unless you had something else. Do you have anything? No? Mm?
Well, no, but it's for next week, so.
Okay. So, today's topic, Gannondorf. What do we do about Gannondorf? From his inception in the Smash Brothers universe, the original showing of him on GameCube in Melee was based off of Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, for one reason or another, they decided to make him more or less a very more strong and a very slowed down version of Captain Falcon.
Yep.
Almost identically. So, I don't know where that decision's coming from. It's good that he's in it, don't get me wrong. Don't like that. Then flash forward to Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out. Everyone's like, oh, well, it's going to be based on Twilight Princess. There's a prominent boss fight at the end of Twilight Princess in which he utilizes his sword quite a lot. So maybe we're going to redo his moveset. Maybe he's going to have a sword. And nope. He is now a Captain Falcon clone again. And his sword is featured in a taunt. So, my question is, how would you change Captain Falcon? How would you change Gandorf so that you feel that he more represents Zelda like he should, and less of a Captain Falcon clone?
I guess kind of like do more work with the sword instead of using it as a taunt.
Mhm.
But then again, I don't know if that would be something where it might get confused as a sword fighter, kind of like any of the Fire Emblem characters.
Mhm.
But if they went with Ganondorf, I mean, obviously because they've been going with each new franchise, so I can kind of see them they'd probably do the Skyward Sword Gannondorf, which
Gannondorf wasn't in Skyward Sword.
well then there we go. Because
It was Girahim. It was a completely new character.
okay, see, because I
Now,
never played it, so I have no idea.
I also haven't finished Skyward Sword. There's supposed to be someone else who's controlling Girahim, but it is not Gannondorf.
Okay.
My thought. Also, I wasn't a big fan, just to bring it back to how he was, I wasn't a big fan of his final smash in Brawl.
Hmm.
It was just basically an auto attack sweep across the entire stage.
Yeah.
Not a fan. They could have done a lot more.
Right.
My thought is, why don't they make him more based off of his magical attacks? Like, why not for his final smash, instead of turning into a giant boar and charging across, why not turn him into the boss from Ocarina of Time and allow us to control that? Or why not let him float up and start firing fucking yellow tennis balls at people? Like the first stage of the final boss battle of Ocarina of Time.
Right.
Now, I was trying to remember how they handled the boss fight in Twilight Princess.
Hmm.
Do you remember?
I think it was you fight against the boar Gannondorf. Which I think that was just like Ganon, and I think that was the last one, and then that was it. Like, I know you fight Ganon as well, or Gannondorf, but I can't. It's been a long time since I played that game.
Well, you fight against the big boar version in the temple first, and
Yep.
then he knocks you out. Well, first he controls Zelda, and you have to fight Zelda.
Right.
Then he turns into the giant dark beast that you have to take over, which is his final smash.
Yep.
Which, just give us a little bit of control with it. If fucking Bowser can turn into Giga Bowser and people can control him, why can't I control Dark Beast Ganon?
Yeah.
After you defeat that, you charge out into the field and fight on horseback.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
And then, once you get him off of his horse, you have to take him down toe-to-toe with a sword fight.
Yeah.
So he does have this legendary sword that is the counter to the Master Sword that is destroyed.
Right.
But why, if you have all of this to go based off of, do you choose to clone Captain Falcon?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so the Dark Beast Final Smash, fine. I'll forgive you that. Some of the Final Smashes are shit, but that's Final Smashes. But he could be a slower, heavier sword fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the sword fighters, bar maybe the original Link, are pretty nimble and quick. All of the Fire Emblem characters are nimble and quick. Link is the slowest, but overall he's like medium.
Yeah.
So why not give Ganon a sword and let him be slower, but a hell of a lot more powerful?
Right.
But this I think should stretch into like his special attacks. For his regular attacks, I think those are more or less pretty good. Keep all of his tilt attacks.
Hmm.
Or maybe turn his tilt attacks into sword attacks.
Right.
At his core, he's a very good character. Maybe just change up the animations. Have all of the attacks still operate the same, but instead of doing like a downward heel explosion, just like Captain Falcon, maybe have him do a sword stab or a downward angled sword stab. That does the same fucking thing.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to think like other things that can be implemented. I think kind of going with the with him on horseback, I can kind of see like maybe that would be like the final smash would be different, where he's kind of like Or, ooh, actually, this would be cool if it kind of does like something where it's kind of a throwback to Ocarina of Time, where
Yeah.
like his final smash is like a bunch of portraits like come up in the background, and he's jumping from like portrait to portrait, and he's like kind of swinging down. That's where he's like swinging his sword, and then like you can like maybe kind of control him each time he comes out, or you can like mash the button to swing. Um,
That's assuming he's based off of Ocarina of Time.
yeah.
Which, if you normally Gannondorf and Zelda and Link are all themed off of the same game. So I don't know if they would do that because the new Link is more of a Skyward Sword.
Mm.
If you look at him.
So, with that being said, then would Ganondorf be completely moved, and the new boss would be put in?
Girahim?
Yeah.
Well, this Zelda, this Link, I'm sorry, is not quite Skyward Sword. He's a different one, but it's clear that they're going for the Skyward Sword look and aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them dropping Ganondorf entirely. I do see them maybe putting a nod to Girahim,
Right.
but I think Ganondorf needs to remain heavy and slow. I think he just needs to utilize his sword in place of his heals and punches for the A's.
Mm-hmm.
His B attacks still fit thematically. There's no issue there. But it's just... When I'm playing him, I don't want to be playing Fat Captain Falcon. I want to be playing Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Right? But that being said, I was thinking, because we've got the... What is it? God damn it, my brain just took a shit. The Wind Waker HD coming out in October.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Toon Link was in the last Smash.
Yep.
He may come back, he may not. We don't know. What I would like to see is Toon Ganondorf from Wind Waker.
Okay.
He would have to be completely sword oriented. Whenever you fight with him, he's got dual swords and he's extremely acrobatic.
Hmm.
He leaps around the stage, does numerous very interesting sword attacks that are unique. I think that if they were to do that, it would be phenomenal.
Would he still be as slow though? Because you're making it sound like he
I
move
believe
around faster.
I think that he himself is slow, but when he attacks, he moves fast. So what you do is you balance it out. You have a charge up, and then when you release, as virtue of the attack, you move fast through the attack animation.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be conscious of where you're attacking and whether or not you're going to shoot off the edge of the stage.
Right.
But if they are going based off of Skyward Sword, I could see them introducing Girahim as a character and having Ganondorf live on as Toon Ganondorf. I would be completely okay with this. I don't know if a lot of people would be completely okay with this. I don't know how popular Ganondorf is in the Smash circuits.
Yeah. Well, what about if would they still include Zelda?
Yeah.
Because you're having like two villains now in one hero.
Well,
unless if Zelda's put in, then then you can even it out. But
Zelda was in Brawl.
yeah,
And her visual aesthetic was based off of Twilight Princess, but her moveset was still based off of Ocarina of Time.
yeah.
So I don't know. That's just it's a clusterfuck.
That's what I'm saying about with Ganondorf's like final smash, where it could be something like that.
Well, that wasn't Ganondorf for the paintings either. That was Phantom Ganon.
Oh god damn it! Whatever.
Ha! Fuck you.
Still, like I said, it's still a final smash. It could still happen.
It could work. No, it could definitely work, and that would be very interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think they need to revise his Final Smash. His Final Smash should be definitely something that's more interactive.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the Final Smashes that are pretty much fire and forget.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I really like Rob's, and I really like Snakes. I think Snakes could be fixed, but that's another conversation. Snakes is a little overpowered. But I don't know. I mean, I think what they should do is make a Wind Waker Gannondorf. I would really like to see that.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. For someone that hasn't really played, because I've really only played like 3, maybe 4 games out of the Zelda franchise, I can't really put as much input as I'd like. Because I
Yeah.
really do.
Well, what Zeldas have you played?
I've played Ocarina of Time. I've
Mhm.
played a few hours of Wind Waker, but not enough to kind of comment on Ganondorf. And I've played and beaten um, Twilight Princess, and I've played and beaten Ocarina of Time.
So you didn't do any of the traditional 2D ones, none of that stuff.
Um, I did watch someone play the original Zelda, the first one. I think it's
Hmm.
like Link. I don't want to say it's Link to the Past. I don't think it's that one.
Link to the Past was the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
But they, if they were to do a mishmash, if they were to bring him back as the Twilight Princess version, but refine his moveset, that's all I'm asking. I want more differentiation. As he stands right now, he's akin to Fox, Falco, and Wolf.
Hmm.
Just different enough, but still kind of cloney.
Yeah.
So, right, that's
But fuck those 3 guys.
oversaturation. I don't see why Wolf needs to be there. I can understand Fox and Falco. I don't understand Wolf.
Yeah.
I'm also not the biggest Star Fox fan out there, so maybe I'm a little biased. So
Well, one thing to kind of veer off into talking about Star Fox a little bit. One character I'm surprised they didn't let in was the I can't remember her name from Star Fox Adventures.
Slippy.
No, no,
Oh,
not Slippy.
Crystal,
Yeah.
the character that launched a million furries.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised she didn't. She hasn't been in yet with like her own move set that would be unique.
See that I would be totally on board with. Cut out Falco, cut out Wolf, and just do Fox and Crystal.
Yeah.
I would be 100% on board with that. Because it would be interesting because she has a different combat mechanic. She is completely unique.
Yeah.
So that's about all I have to say on Ganondorf. I mean, thinking over it, he's so tilt centric on his A moves
Yeah.
that you can't take that away.
Right.
So
I guess that's one thing I never really got used to with Ganondorf was the tilt attacks.
tilt attacks are so powerful for him.
Yeah. I know.
You
I
never
know they're.
use tilt attacks at all in general.
Yeah.
So, like that's how you have to play Snake.
Oh yeah. No, well, no. When I play as Snake, yeah, no, I definitely use tilt attacks way more. I just don't think there's anybody else that I really use tilt attacks as much as Snake.
Yeah. Yeah, Ganon and Snake are the two main tilters.
Well, they're both like heavy hitters, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like it's really dependent on tilt attacking.
Yep.
I don't know. Like I said, if I knew more of the franchise, I would definitely be able to chip in
Maybe
more.
you should do a little bit of homework.
Maybe you should go fuck yourself.
Think you should do that. Homework.
Hey,
Not
man,
focus.
I'm already doing my homework on Metroid Prime Trilogy, so
Yes. Anyway, that about wraps that up. What is next week's topic?
I figured we'd talk about the Animal Crossing franchise. I know we've kind of been talking about franchises and whatnot, so I figured, because I've been playing more of New Leaf, as you know, for 3DS.
I've been playing more than you. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah.
Fucking devours my soul. I just got a kitchen. I'm so
Um,
excited.
So with me playing more of the Animal Crossing franchise, I kind of want to talk more about that, like how the village is going to be played and what kind of items are going to show around besides the Pitfall Seed, and what possible.
There's so much I want to say right now.
Well, they're good because then we could save it for next week.
God damn it. Okay.
But yeah, there you go. Animal Crossing next week.
Sounds good. All right, thanks for tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay tuned, we're about to stream some other games, possibly Dive Kick. Not sure, just bought.
Fucking dive kick.
So Dive Kick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks.
Goodbye, everyone.